Welcome back to our channel, the Hobson Homestead. For those of you who are new to the channel, this is a first time growing and first time homesteading on this property that me and my husband have acquired. We have 6 acres here and we are doing our best to be self-sufficient, and we are learning and we are growing. It's our first time gardening, it's our first time having animals, so everything is just learning experience this year. YouTube, in today's video it's going to be more of a walk around, check the animals out, kind of follow along with what we're doing. I know we've got turkeys and chickens and rabbits and ducks and everything, and some of these videos is kind of the same thing over and over again, but I mean, it's chores. You have to do chores every day, and it's the same. If you get in a routine, same things every day. That is my amberlink rooster that just crowed. I've got several good looking roosters here, but I've got an amberlink rooster, I have a golden comet rooster, and he's pretty, and I have 2 Asian black roosters. One of them is named Jack. But on today's video, it is about animals on a daily basis. And then I'm also going to talk about some gardening trellises that I put up for my cucumbers, so I'm going to show that. Coming out here to try to move the chickens. The A-frame that's got the American breasts in it needs to be moved, and the Malines and the Morans that's out in the grass need to be moved. Normally I have to have help to do it, so I'm going to try to do it without any help. So I'm going to try to move this frame, A-frame. They're on the edge of the garden. And then I'm going to check the water and the feed. So just as a recap, these are our American breasts, black cuckoo Malines and black copper Morans. These birds came from North Star Farms from North Carolina and are meat birds. And we plan on breeding the American breasts. We do have 2 roosters and 3 hens, so we'll have 2 different lines that we can breed from, and as well as breeding the copper Morans for their egg color. That's going to be a good experience for both me and the kids to do with the eggs. And I'm really starting to do better with the physical aspect of working on the farm. It's starting to get a little bit easier. Now I'm going to try to move these. It's easier for Marcus to move them. I mean, he's a truck driver, he's stronger than me, but he did make it where I can try to hook a hitch up to it and see if I can pull it with the Jeep. So we don't want it to get too bad like that. We want them to have fresh, so I have to try to move it. Well, that's a total bummer because I just moved this and forgot to hit the record button. I moved this by myself right here, and now it's over here. So I did move it, I just forgot to record it. Coming out here to get more water and more feed for the chickens. It's supposed to be extra hot today. Got a bucket of scraps for them. Chickens in the A-frame. On really hot days, we come out here a couple of times during the day to make sure they have plenty of water. Make sure they get some treats. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that handsome guy. A little bit of watermelon rind. Have a little treat. And our chickens that are in the chicken tractor that I moved yesterday. I forgot to record me moving. Copper Morans are looking beautiful. Well, that was a little close. Don't want to share. And there's my puppy, Atlas, following me. My Great Pyrenees. And here's my roosters and Malines. And they get chicken scraps and more vet and fruits. They get to pick through. Just dump the rest of them in there. Get over here to the ducks, see what they're up to. Looks like they're finishing up breakfast. Gotta get one in the shade, getting some water out of their water bucket. And walking over here for treats. I didn't bring any for them. Look how pretty. There you go, baby. I like my water. Look at her. I like my water. So I sleep and play. Hi, Atlas. I'm happy. I'm a happy puppy. Atlas is our Great Pyrenees puppy. He is going to be our guardian herd dog, and he's still in the process of training. I got my kids here. They're gonna come help me put cattle panels up.
I vote her.
Except for the little one. Except for the little one.
I'll take the child.
No,
Yeah. I didn't call taking the child.
I called eating. Or post a shoot. Savannah finally came out here to help me with cattle panels. We are extending the cattle panels that my cucumbers are on, so that way I can put the rest of the cucumbers up on a trellis, as well as putting my butternut squash up on a trellis. I wanted to do vertical gardening because it saves space in the garden for one, and a lot of the vine plants, it's easier to get to the fruit or the vegetable of that plant if you let it grow up the vines. So that's the reason why I went ahead and did cattle panels, which, you know, I had pole beans, so I grew all them on cattle panels, and then of course my cucumbers. But butternut squash usually grows along the ground, but you can grow those up on a trellis. It'll be easier to get to the plant, and it saves space on the ground, like I said, for other plants to be planted. And we did a small garden, so I was trying to get as much in this garden as I possibly could. Now Savannah did help me put up the first 3 cattle panels the first time, and we were using just wire to strap them to the T-post. But this time I did get some brackets, and I'm learning how to fence with the T-post and brackets, and this is a 6-foot T-post with 1 cattle panel. Anybody can do this, and it doesn't take a lot of skill set to actually be able to put up a cattle panel and T-post. It's also a great addition to the garden to help you do vertical gardening. Here I'm using twist ties that I got from the garden center to pick up my cucumbers and get them started on the cattle panels. Now I'm going to get my butternut squash ready for me to put a cattle panel up. I am trying to do a lot more vertical gardening to save some space, because I plan on doing some more to this end of the garden for a fall crop of corn and purple hull peas. So I've got to get these butternut squash pinned up and out of the way. to grow vertically. And then in between my butternuts, I can grow something else that'll grow up. So thank you for joining us today. I did have a lot more to show you, but I've got more videos lined up for that. But as you can see, my garden, I've got my vertical trellises going, and my butternut squash is up and it's growing really well. And I just wanted to share that with you. Like and subscribe, hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell so you can stay up to date with my videos. And we'll see you next time.